That thing is today's agenda. Okay, and then let's get to the topic of this vlog. So what is this thing? Something like that. Voila! There we go. And now that I have the software, I can actually use the computer to control the robot. The first thing we need to do is to adjust the height of the pen. Oh, that is so cool! Okay, so if I now just type in Johnny and then press plot. What are you doing? Oh no! Oh no! It's, where's it going? Oh no! Oh no! How do you? Oh! What? That was a good first try. Okay, I think the problem was that this was in the wrong place. 3, 2, 1. It's doing it! It's doing it! Yes! Let's try drawing Donald Duck for no particular reason. Plot, apply. Whoa, okay, that's pretty cool. Technology is pretty amazing. Even though it did miss a part of poor Donald's leg there, but well, close enough. So I think I'm ready to start drawing my life. So I was born July 12th, 1996, and I would say that was the perfect year to be born, because it was the year when Pokemon was introduced to the world. And it was also the year when Dolly the sheep became the first mammal to be successfully cloned. Fascinating stuff. Now, I've been on this planet for, 24 years? So I haven't learned a lot. My ideas are still immature, and I haven't made enough mistakes. My worldview will change drastically in the coming years, my mindset might be totally different, and my current ideas might seem irrelevant in the future. But as of this moment, if I were to summarize my life in one sentence, I would say that my life has been an aimless search for passion. But I also think it's a good thing, and here's why. When I was in primary school, I discovered skateboarding. I took every chance I had to learn new tricks and spent countless nights skating the same spots with my friends. I watched every video from the barracks, and I can't even remember how many times I rewatched Tony Hawk's first 900, Chris Cole's 720 triple flip, or Jake Brown's first Ollie 720. I thought I would be a professional skateboarder someday. I wanted to be in the top 1% of skateboarders. But then I turned 15 and I got a moped. A barely functioning, noisy SkyTeam ST50. It was a total pile. However, I found it immensely enjoyable to tune the moped, to learn more about the engine, and to spend endless summer nights riding with my friends. I then bought a lightweight motorcycle, and then finally I bought a motorcycle. So the skateboard was left dusting in the closet, and I now wanted to become a supermoto driver or a bike mechanic of some sort. And of course I wanted to be part of the top 1% in the field. A few years went by, and then me and many of my friends turned 18. So my friends sold their motorcycles and bought cars. At this point, there was no one to ride with, no one to tune motorcycles with. And I was riding less and less, and my enthusiasm started diminishing until one day I decided to sell my motorcycle. And then the number of passion projects started accumulating quite rapidly. First, my friend had just started a business distributing phone charging stations to Finland, and he asked me if I wanted to join in. Well, of course. The freedom of entrepreneurship was like ecstasy to me. I worked all day and all night, and now I wanted to become part of the top 1% of entrepreneurs. But the old cycle repeated itself, and after a year I lost interest and left the business. After that, I became intrigued by everything related to personal development. I was especially interested in efficient learning and how to learn faster. I even started a non-profit that aimed to teach young students how to learn to learn. I admired people like Tony Robbins and Tim Ferriss, who had dedicated their lives to continuous learning and personal development. I wanted to be like them, to be in the top 1% of personal development gurus. And then I started reading about finance and investing. And oh boy, a new world opened up to me. Again, I went straight to the deep end, read a lot of books about the topic, even started an investment club with my friends. And my only goal was to become an investment banker at either Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, banks that only accept the top 1% of applicants. And, well, all of that came to a halt in just after a year, when I discovered my passion towards public speaking. All of a sudden, I had signed up for the local Toastmasters club. I had written a 50-page manual of public speaking, and I was taking on as many speaking gigs as I could. It all culminated with me giving a speech to an audience of over 1,000 people. So now I wanted to become the world champion of public speaking, to be in the top 1% again. And somewhere along the way, even that passion dried up. Now, it might seem that I've just been aimlessly wandering around, wasting my time in these failed experiments. But I think that could not be further from the truth. First of all, I've enjoyed every one of these experiences, and I would not change any of them. I still remember the joy of landing my first kickflip. I still remember the freedom of riding a moped on a summer night. I still remember how satisfying it felt to pick a winning stock. I still remember the rush I got from my first big public speech. So if the quality of life is measured in the quality of experiences, my aimless wandering has given me a pretty rich life thus far. I think those countless failed kickflips taught me a lot about the importance of repetition in learning new skills. Tuning my moped taught me about craft work and even design. My affection towards personal development taught me about the importance of habits and routines. Investing taught me to appreciate the compounding effect of small actions. And public speaking elevated my storytelling skills. Without those passion projects, I wouldn't be where I am today. And the other reason why I don't think I've wasted my time is that, in my mind, passion should not be a one-time thing. It should be a fluid process. I think people often see passion as something unchangeable, something that you can find once and it will stay that way from that moment onwards. But I think passion or passions are molded by people around you, by your environment, and by your experiences. As those things then change, so do your passions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But someone then could argue that I will never be successful if I keep jumping from one passion to another. I'll never be in the top 1% in anything, and that you need to be in the top 1% to be highly successful in anything. But maybe I shouldn't aim to be in the top 1%. You know, it's really hard to be in the top 1% in any particular skill. It is nearly impossible to be in the top 1% of all skateboarders. It is nearly impossible to be the best bike mechanic or supermoto driver. It is nearly impossible to be like Tony Robbins, and it is nearly impossible to beat everyone else in investing. So even if I had stuck to any of my previous passions, I could be one of the top players in any of those areas, but I still would not be in the top 1%. However, I think it's quite easy to be in the top 20% improvement in any particular skill. It's achievable with work, dedication, and passion. So I feel like if I want to increase my odds of success, it's best for me to create a skill set, to focus on 2 to 3 skills and be in the top 20% in each skill. Because when I then combine those skills, this unique skill set will take me to that 1% of people who have the same skill set. So that's why I think it's so valuable to explore a bit and to find more than one thing that I'm interested in. I think it's okay to be lost every once in a while and then go in a totally new direction in life. I think I'll enjoy my time on Earth a lot more if I jump from one thing to another, never settling and always learning. It allows me to always progress with huge leaps so that I never get stagnated. And as progress is one of the greatest sources of motivation, I'll always stay motivated and hungry for more. And I believe that this thinking has partly led me to become a content creator, a YouTuber, because being a content creator really has set me free in a way. It allows me to jump from experience to the next, from challenge to challenge, and from passion to passion. And I think that is what this channel is all about.